Not a whole lot to say about the Pistons, man. They've been playing real well. They're off to a relatively great start. 7-9. They are. I saw a stat that said that they are before the Bulls game yesterday. They were like a top 10 team as far as defense, but in some defensive metric, they were a top 10 team. Yesterday probably changed that because they could not guard the 3-point at all. Chicago's got Nikola Vucevic, who's on my fantasy team. Shout out to him. But they couldn't guard him. They couldn't. He's a stretch big, and the Pistons for the longest time have had terrible success guarding stretch bigs. So that was a terrible matchup for them. They were favored in that game too. When I saw they were favored, that's when I knew that they were going to lose. I told my coworker, like, yeah, this is a game where you bet on the Bulls because whenever the people start believing in the Pistons hype, that's when they lose the game, and they end up losing yesterday. But I mean, they've been doing well. K's been playing phenomenal. He's like third or fourth in the league in triple doubles. Jaden Ivey's still been playing well. He's had a couple games where he's had bad games, but for the most part, he's still playing well. Tim Hardaway Jr. was shooting the ball phenomenally well, and then he got hurt. Took a bad shot to the head. Somebody landed on his head, so he missed a couple games. But all in all, they've had a pretty good next man up mentality. All-Star Thompson has been cleared to play again, so they're just trying to institute him back into the team and into the rotation. So I'm excited to see how they look when he gets back on the court. But I mean, the team 7-9 is great. They were saying that last year, how long did it take before they got to 7 wins? It was a joke. So I'm excited to see how the team looks with Asar out there. And they also got, I think the NBA Cup. Nobody cares about the NBA Cup, but when you are a bottom of the barrel team and you're trying to get out, the NBA Cup is a great way to start to build some momentum to having success. So I'll take it. We are 1-0 if I'm not mistaken in the NBA Cup game. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Pistons right now.
Yeah, man. You essentially answered most of my questions. I was going to ask you if Jaden Ivey played in the game yesterday, and I was going to ask you when Asar Thompson was going to be cleared to play again. What I will say is, okay, let's say they get Tim Hardaway Jr. back. Ivy continues to play well. They find a spot for Asar to come in and hold down the defense, like he did before he went through his situation. And I've been hearing that. So I ran into a Celtics fan yesterday, and he told me, and you never get compliments from other teams, but he told me that he watched that the Pistons play the Celtics, and he described the Pistons as a scary team. He was like, they should have won that game against the Boston. They played us hard, but essentially they couldn't pull it out. But that was a scary game. He said that the Pistons are a dangerous team. Not only that, but Woodward has been throwing out there that the Pistons might be a playoff team. What are your thoughts on that?
A dangerous team, I think I think he was being nice to you. I'm not mad at him for it. But that Celtics game though, I was with a coworker the other day. We was golfing the other day. And we were just talking, and he was saying, we were talking about the Pistons, and he was like, "Hey, but you guys know what? You know what game really showed me that this team is different?" And I didn't even let him finish. I was like, "I already know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say it was that Celtics game." He was like, "Yep, the Celtics game." And I'm with, and everybody who watched that Celtics game, man, it was like I said, they were metrically there. I wish I knew what the stat was, but metrically they were a top 10. They are a top 10 defense. I don't know what it is after that Bulls game, but before that Bulls game, they were a top 10 team. And if you watch them play the Celtics, namely in that fourth quarter, bro, they were playing so physical, and they were they were just playing so their defense was so sound. The only reason they lost that game was because at the time nobody could make a shot. And I think bringing Osar back is only going to help that. I'm really interested to see how he looks. If Asar can average 10 points, 9 point whatever, if he could do that, then this team, then I might move over to that dangerous side, because Asar is a do-it-all player. He'll get you anything. He'll get you steals, he'll get you rebounds, he'll get you assists. And if he could just improve his shooting, namely from the corner, then man, this will be a dangerous team. And right now they are it's we're only like 15 games into the season, but right now they're a playoff team. Can they keep it up all year? The East is, for whatever reason, is so down this year. The same way I felt about the Lions and how they look going against lesser teams is the same way I feel about the Pistons going against what I thought were better teams. But with JB Bickerstaff, I think he's just brought respectability to the organization. And when I looked at every other team, I just discounted the Pistons, but I can't discount Cade Cunningham, with like 4 or 5 triple doubles already this season. I mean, he's got the turnovers. He's got to work on the turnovers. The late game shooting is still an issue, but the guy, man, he's definitely getting better. He's definitely he's definitely dangerous. When he wants to score, he could get a bucket on pretty much anybody. So I'm interested to see how it goes. At the pace that they're playing right now, they need another big, like, and not they don't let me take that back. They don't need another big. They need a better big, because Jalen Duren is a great rebounder, but defensively he's kind of a liability. Like I said, the Nikola Vucevic, I think he knocked down like 6 threes yesterday, and I know a lot of them were when Duren was on him. Well, Duren was supposed to be on him, but he wasn't on him, and he was wide open. So it's stuff like that, man. That, yeah, you out here getting boards, but coaches got to sit you down because you a liability out there on defense. And on the flip side, Stewart's not going to get you as many boards, but he's going to play much better defense. And he's probably not going to get you as many points either. So, it's no way to combine them both into one player. So I don't know how you do it, but you kind of need a better caliber big man on the team, and that would make them a contender, in my opinion. Not a contender. That would make them a playoff team.
So essentially, man, from what I'm seeing, they went out, they beat the Lakers. Nobody expected them to do that. They everybody's mentioning the Celtics game. They would have they should have won that game, but like you said, nobody could drop a shot. So they should have won that game. They went out and Beef Stew got kicked out of the Bucks game, and Tom Holland missed 2 essential free throws that would have won them that game. That would have won them that game. So essentially, they should technically, I mean, if you just want to play with could have shouldas, they should be not. They should have have won 9 games. And they're getting a star back, which should add to their defense. And you yourself are saying that Bulls game might have been an anomaly. So I mean, that just might have been a matchup thing. So that doesn't does that make you more confident in them going forward?
The Bucks game was somewhat a surprise. They did have Giannis out there, but I believe they were missing Bob. I'm pretty sure they were missing Bobby Portis. And they were definitely missing Chris Middleton, and they were definitely missing Damian Lillard. So they were pretty banged up at the time we played them. We should have won that game, and again, we couldn't stop their big man. So I need to see because we don't really have anybody to match up with bigs. Like I said, if you want to go defensive, you could put Isaiah Stewart out there. If you want to get rebounding, you could put Jalen Duren out there. But other than that, you're kind of going with, I think last night Tobias Harris, or I think Tobias was guarding. I can't remember who Tobias was guarding, but Tobias Harris is kind of your best option, and he's not really the number one person I would think of to guard bigs. He plays the four himself, but it's kind of a undersized four. So again, like if there's not, to your point, there's not a lot of great bigs in the East off the top of my head. Chicago has one. You still got Joel Embiid. You could consider Giannis a big if you want. But outside of those three, I'm sure I'm forgetting one or two. Well, New York, they blew us out. They got Cat. I still don't see us matching up well against them. So that's 4 teams. So I'm concerned about their ability to guard big men going forward. But if you can if you can make it a team effort, team defense goes a long way, and they are playing good team defense. So it could evolve to a point, and Stewart and Duren are still young, and they haven't reached the ceiling of their potential. So they can get better. But right now, yeah, I can see them, and you got the play-in tournament now. So honestly, the top 10 teams have a chance of going to the playoffs. So if right now I got them at a play-in, so 9 or 10, and they got an opportunity to get in. But the way Cade is playing, though, he's gonna keep on trying. But you got to get that closer mentality. And I feel like ever since people started calling him out on that, even in this season, he's gotten a little bit better at it. So we'll continue to see.
Yeah, man, we will see. Hopefully, they can keep this pace up going forward. But yeah, man, that's all I got. So we can end it there, and we will catch up with y'all, see what our picks came through, and what I'm saying, hopefully we will see y'all next week when the Lions are 10-1. Until then, peace. Detroit.